Alright, this is just going to be a quick build video, just, in addition to what I've been doing lately. Uh, Getting right into it, the changes that I've made are basically now that I've used Armor Master as my craftable set. I have everything impenetrable, heavy armor, and I also have a sort of a nightmare that's kind of odd weapon out, and a sort of an armor master, and of course another sort of an armor master. Now, the reason I picked this set, as you can see, the physical resistance is almost 2900. The spell resistance is the same. Now, while you have an armor ability slotted, your max health is increased 5%. When you use an armor ability, your physical and spell resistance is increased 5146 for 10 seconds. Now, what they mean by an armor ability is over here, for an instance, light armor you would have an element, medium armor you would have shuffle, and heavy armor you would have unstoppable. Now, I've chosen the unstoppable morph just because it lasts longer, because I have more pieces of heavy armor. It also grants you immunity to knockback and disabling effects for 5 seconds. So, coming back here, as you can see, my spell resistance is right at around 24k. Physical resistance is right at about 19k. Now, watch what happens when I buff up. My spell resistance is at 30.47k, which is probably past the cap. Physical resistance is at 25. Let's do that again. The 10 seconds kind of runs out pretty quick. Physical resistance is 30k. I've also got a critical resistance of 3100. Basically, my other pieces are the Kraugh's Visage. I've got this in impenetrable. This gives me an added 1500 physical penetration. I also have Spriggans, which also gives me a lot of penetration as well. So basically, it's kind of like running around with a sharpened weapon. Now, this doesn't do as much damage as my Night Mother set, but it's really nice. It helps me last a lot longer in really hard dungeons. I've also started using this in Maelstrom Arena. No, I haven't gotten through Maelstrom Arena yet, the full length of it. There's a level that I'm stuck on, which I'm pretty sure now that I've studied the mechanics, I'll be able to get through that pretty easily. But this has taken me a lot further than anything else. Of course, I use a Spriggans ring, robust, and I've enchanted them with weapon damage. Now, this is kind of a gray area you might mess with. Here you can do different things. You can enchant it with added stamina recovery or something like that if you wanted. But I've chosen weapon damage because generally that's what works for me. This is also a good sword and board build as well, as you have a lot of physical resistance and that sort of thing. And of course I've used the Crusher enchants as you can see. Now here I could probably use something different, but I've just went ahead and used this. But probably disease or poison would be a really good one to use here. This is just something I happen to have. Basically, I was just kind of experimenting with it. Now, the Armor Master Forge, of course, is right here, up in Memorial District, right on the top. It's right next to the Imperial City Prison. So, you know, if you wanted to know where that was at, you could find it. So as you can see, my resistance is pretty good already due to the armor increase and the heavy armor bonuses and all that. But as you can see, the resistance is just huge. Now I was able to solo a Imperial City boss earlier with this, and it was a boss that I'd really had trouble with on my other set, even though it was heavy armor and all that. I really had to be careful. But on this one, you really don't have to be careful. You know, you can just kind of walk up to him and hit him and do whatever it is you want to do. But I'm going to go ahead and include a video of me soloing that boss, and you guys can watch it and just see how easy all that was. I guess that'll basically conclude the video. I'll get into my skills just a little bit, you know, the stuff that I've used. I've used Executioner, Critical Rush, Dizzying Swing, Unstoppable, Forward Momentum, and Take Flight. On my dual wield bar, I've got Molten Armaments. This powers my heavy attacks. It's really the only way to sustain in this build. Bloodthirst, Steel Tornado, Noxious Breath. This actually works pretty well. This one. Resolving Vigor and Dawnbreaker of Smiting. So I guess that's about it. I'll just go ahead and load up that video, and you guys can see just what it can do. Take care. I'll see you guys out there. Oh, and one other thing. If you're new to this, you'll really want to check out my Champion Points video as well. I'll include that link as well. That really helps with everything you do out there, and it'll really complement this build. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.